just said that to me. Now, did Angel say something to you this morning that made you think that something personal was going on with her and Holden?
Not in those words, no. The way she was raised, she would never say that. But she kept going on about how Holden had helped her clear her mind about things. You saw how buddy-buddy he was with her father. Henry Lang is not an easy man to get close to.
None of this has anything to do with Holden and Angel being more than friends. I think you jumped into conclusions.
Am I? I know the three of them very well. Why do you think Holden brought Angel here this morning if there wasn't something in it for him? He's always looking out for number one. You know that, and I know that.
Angel, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I was just thinking about things.
I hope that your father and I weren't wrong to suggest making that trip to the farm early today.
No, I'm trying to face the fact that I built this whole fantasy around Caleb. I made myself believe that he was as much in love with me as I wanted him to be. And then when my father tried to make me see the truth, I refused to believe it.
The truth is very hard to face. I know. I've been there. It took a lot of guts to do what you did. To face Caleb and to force him to be honest with you. I admire you for that.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done. I felt sorry for Caleb. He looked like a lost little boy.
I wouldn't worry about Caleb. Caleb, he's a survivor.
I guess I am too. Because it was hard for me to see him suffer, but I just kept thinking that if I didn't keep after him and face the truth, I would never be free. And then I didn't care what happened to him as long as I survived. I never realized what a selfish person I am.
The will to survive isn't a selfish thing. It's exactly what it is. It's the will to survive. A very healthy thing. And I think I know you well enough to know that you couldn't be selfish to anyone, even if you tried.
I got a message from the foreman that you called me. After this morning, I thought it would be a real nice idea to see you in person. I'll wait outside.
No, stay. I think Meg has said everything she came to say, yes?
No, not quite. Look, I know this is embarrassing for all of us, but I'd like to say to Josh what I just said to you. And that is, if Tonio ever finds out about this, you could be in real danger.
I'm not afraid of Tonio, Meg.
Betsy, please.
Oh, Meg, I promised I wouldn't say anything, and I won't. Especially to Seth. I think he'd be a lot more dangerous.
I'm not afraid of Seth either. What I'm afraid of is what you two think of me. Would you please tell Meg I did not bring up her name this morning, please?
He's right. He didn't. Even after I figured it out, he lied about it.
I believed him when he told me that at the hospital. Betsy, Josh loves you so much. He came to you with the truth in spite of me doing everything in my power to stop him. He said he had to be honest with you no matter how much it cost him. It would be such a terrible waste if what it cost him to love you that much was you.
You know, I left the cabin this morning. I didn't think I'd see you again.
I couldn't live with myself if I didn't apologize for what I said. I'm truly sorry.
I don't want an apology, Betsy. I just want to hear that we can be together.
The Emmy Award-winning As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Ivory, clean the way it ought to be, and by Fixodent, for a hold that really makes a difference. Fixodent and forget it.
It's just not that simple. I don't know.
Well, take all the time you want. Need.
No,
whatever.
It's more than just you and Meg. It's me. There's something inside of me, Rod. What I said to you today about Iva hurt, didn't it? Well, I wanted to hurt you with those words, and I did. There's something inside of me that's obviously not resolved yet, and that scares me. What, is that going to come up every time we have an argument? Possibly.
I don't think that's going to
Well, I said it. In spite of everything that you've done to try to overcome it, I said it, and it's just not right.
Betsy, please. What happened this morning, my being honest with you about my involvement with another woman, this will not happen again.
How can you promise me that? You made love to Meg. Well, you were supposedly...
I keep telling you, it's a particular set of circumstances.
Circumstances have a way of repeating themselves. And it's more. I think you have to look very clearly at your feelings for Meg. Because I think they're there. Miller Brothers Construction.
Betsy, hi. I'm sorry to call you at work, but I wanted to let you know that I was way out of line when I told you how I feel. That I love you.
I can't really talk right now, Seth. But I didn't take that as any kind of pressure.
Well, I acted like a disappointed kid when you told me that you were going to take Josh up to the cabin with you, and you told me very openly, and instead of dealing with it openly the way you did, I tried to put you on the spot. I'm sorry. Obviously, those feelings are there, but I chose the wrong time and the wrong reason to tell you.
Now, you just wait 1 minute. I know Holden better than anyone, and he just doesn't look out for number one. Now, I don't like what he did to you or what he said to you the day that he attacked you in the kitchen, but no one, including you, can put him down to me.
Caleb? Caleb?
Yeah.
Where in the world were you? You had me running sick. Lily said you rode off upset.
Yeah, I'm sorry to worry you. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to be alone. I'll get back to the fields now. I know I'm late on Holden's schedule.
Sit down. Forget about Holden's schedule. Just sit down here.
Well, you better be careful. That's blasphemy, Mom.
Now, stop it. Stop joking around. Now, sit down.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? I want you to tell me what's going on around here. What went on this morning with the Langs and Holden and Angel.
All right, Mama. You see, Angel and I were seeing a lot of each other in Chicago when she moved there to live with her father.
So Angel was the girl that you were so involved with? What happened?
Well, several things, most of which were my fault. There was no way it was ever going to work out, and I tried to blame it on her father and her brothers, but it wasn't their fault, it was mine. I finally was honest with Angel this morning for the first time. After we talked, we realized that it was over, and, well, I hurt both of us a great deal. So, I don't know, I just felt like being alone, and so I took a drive in the car. You know, Mama, sometimes I feel as though I'll never have enough love to commit to someone for a lifetime.
You know, people who are incapable of commitment never ask themselves that question. You're going to meet somebody and it's going to be so simple. You'll see, it's going to be just like breathing, like love is.
Galen. Well, I'm glad you're back. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks, Seth.
All right. Mama, I just talked to Betsy. She didn't sound so hot, so I'm going to go in and see if I can help her out with it.
Listen, Seth, did Holden leave any messages for me?
No, not that I can recall. Mr. Lang seemed to be in quite a hurry to get back to Chicago so he and Holden could get back to work. All Holden said was that he wasn't sure that he'd make it back here tonight or spend another night with the Langs.
I want you to wear this always, Angel. I went into hog to get it. But it's worth it to know that some part of me will always be next to you, even when I can't be. It means I'll always love you. Angel, what do you want from me?
I want you to be honest with me and with yourself. And then maybe both of us will be free to really love someone one day. Just say it. You never really loved me, did you?
Angel, I'm gonna get going with your father. You gonna be all right?
Yes, I'll be fine.
Your father suggested that I stay here tonight to try and make up for some lost time. I agree.
Oh, I'm glad.
You know, I want you to have everything in life that you deserve. Well, this thing with Leanne's a real mess. How you doing? Are you okay? Have you talked yet to those detectives Kirk found who traced down your natural parents?
No, I haven't, because it seems that Mr. Anderson has disappeared or something.
Wait a minute. I thought he was supposed to be watching the store while Lucinda was away.
Yes, he was, but I guess even John was shocked that he was gone. But, normally I would think that would be right in character for him, but I don't know, after you left, he made some phone calls. And then he came back in the room, and for some reason he seemed, I don't know, very unsure of himself, sort of gentle almost.
Are you sure we're talking about the same guy?
I know.
That's really strange.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I haven't forgotten. I still owe you that long talk we missed last night. Are you busy tonight?
No, I'm not.
Good. I'll call you and let you know what's happening, especially regarding Leanne, if there's any news.
Yeah, but I mean, if Leanne is still missing, don't you think that you should be with Paul? I mean, he'll probably need you.
Yeah, of course. But let's just wait and see what develops. Oh, I talked to Charles Clayton, that editor, friend of mine from Gotham House. Mm-hmm. He says he's more than halfway through Seth's book, but he wouldn't give me a reaction until he's done. So tell Seth I should know something very soon.
Okay, I will. Okay. I just want to let you know how grateful I am to you for all this, because, well, Seth's confidence was a little shaky after that experience with the publisher, and any positive comments that your friend could make would, I don't know, they'd really help.
Well, that's my pleasure. I'd like to help. I know what low self-esteem can do to you. Anyhow, I have to run, so I'll call you later, okay?
Yeah. Hi, Hank.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay. Hi.
Antonio was by earlier looking for you, and he was very upset when he couldn't find you.
Oh.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I got a lot on my mind. I think everything's settled, I hope. Yeah.
All right, well, I've got to get going. Okay.
Can I have that?
Yes, I'll be at my office if you need to talk about anything.
Okay, thanks. Iva?
Yeah?
Thank you.
I do feel like I can talk to you.
Good, Meg.
I like Hank. Why don't you marry him or something?
Yeah. Hi.
So, did your husband ever find you? He must have. We got married, didn't we? Hi. Did things go better after I left?
Nope, they didn't.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for what you said.
Yeah, I really just wanted to make sure she wasn't going to say anything to anybody else. That's the only reason why I went
I'm
over
so
that.
sorry I got you involved in this. I mean, I can deal with whatever comes out of this because I still believe I was right to be honest with Betsy, but if I've hurt you in any way as a result of it,
You're a very caring man.
No, Tom's here with me now. He's going to stay until we've got something definite. His mother and a good friend are at the house with my stepson Paul and his friend Andy Dixon. Now, they are very close to Leanne, so if she does manage to call them, they'll do everything they can to find out where she is and what the hell is going on. Right. Hey, thanks very much for your help. I appreciate it.
Anything new to add?
Just that they've got an APB out on this Denver character, pick him up for questioning in the Fannin murder, but in spite of all their street contacts, nobody's seen him yet.
Well, I figure he's probably tailing Leanne and Dooney's probably already caught up with him. That's why she screamed on the phone. That's why we got cut off the way we did.
Tom, you can't think like that. You'll drive yourself completely around the...
You know what? I can't help it. If I get my hands on Doon, I swear... How can he do this? Get my daughter involved in some rotten cocaine scam. Cocaine he's probably been carrying around since he got here.
I understand how you feel. I wonder why we haven't heard back from the San Francisco police after I gave them that information on Doon and his family. They were supposed to let me know if he'd been involved with drugs out there.
Well, I'm sure he was. It would explain why I showed up here so suddenly.
Johnson. Shannon?
Hi, how's it going? No, there's no change here. Everything's pretty much the same. How's Paul holding up? Oh, good. I guess it's good they're doing something else as long as there's someone to answer the phone when Leanne calls. Listen, you're a great lady. Thanks for everything you're doing. Bye. Thanks.
What'd you say about Paul?
Well, that he and Andy went for a ride in Paul's car about an hour ago. I guess it's better than just them sitting around scared to death waiting for something to happen.
Oh, man, I'm glad you put these tire tracks. I would have driven right by them. Andy, what do we do from here? Where do we go?
This must all be part of the Vietnamese family's farm, because we passed the mailbox out on the road. Hold on a second, I see something.
What?
What's that?
Oh, no. Mrs. Snyder said something about some kind of prehistoric bird that she saw. She said it makes really weird noises, and it's like from a science fiction movie.
Mm-hmm.
She says, like, at night it comes down and it snatches her chickens away, and...
No.
Should we run into the woods for cover? You want to fight it out and be brave here?
Let's fight it out.
Wait, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I know where you're going to be safest. Right here. Because I'm not going to let anything hurt you. Even a vicious prehistoric bird. Of course I made up. Just to get close to you.
I saw something shining right over there. I think it's Tom's car. I think it's camouflaged by, like, branches and...
It must be. Dune probably ditched it when he realized he was being followed, and they went the rest of the way on foot. Come on, let's go find the farmhouse.
They have no electricity. They have no phones. So we have to go to a phone inside the road and call.
No, I'm not doing that. We've got to call the police. That creep that's following them can find them and kill them. You spotted those tracks, so could he. I'm finding the farmhouse. Let's go.
What's that? Where did you find that?
It's a machete. And we need a weapon if Denver finds us, and this is perfect. So talk about losing your head. If anybody walks through that door...
I'm sorry I wasn't here earlier when you came by for lunch. Don't be angry.
I'm not angry at you, Meg. When I asked Susan and John where you were, Susan said that Rod came in after I left, spoke with you, and that you were very upset. What about?
Well, that's an outright lie. I saw Josh because he had just finished his appointment with Dr. Michaels. And we spoke for 30 seconds at the most, and he left. I wasn't upset. Tonio, I know you have this thing about Josh. But I feel for him because he's having trouble with Betsy right now.
Oh, really? How do you know that?
Because he told me. Now, why can't I have compassion for someone that I've known for all of my life?
Why can't you respect my feelings about him? Where were you when I came by for lunch?
I was with Shannon, shopping for nursery things.
Huh. Look, I may have to go to San Diego for a few days on business to see a potential client, Jim Berkey. Lucinda and Craig haven't been able to sign him, so I want to give it a shot. I know you don't like it when I leave, but I have to.
What good is Emily as a partner if she can't do some of the traveling?
Look, trust me when it comes to running my business, all right? I have to make a phone call.
Excuse me. Why did you say to Tonio that I was upset earlier after I spoke to my cousin Josh? I was not upset. There was absolutely...
That's what I saw. I said what I saw. And John was wondering what was going on, too.
Well, if you're so interested in gossip, just know that there is plenty going on about your family. Honey, I've got to go to class, okay? I hope we're past all of this and we can get back to being happy parents to be.
Okay. All right, thank you. Goodbye. Susan, I wonder if you could do a favor for me. I'm having trouble convincing Emily that she shouldn't be spending so much time with Craig. She doesn't seem to realize that he would do anything to get the business back from us, and I wondered if you would speak to her for me.
Tonio,
You should know by now that I have little or no influence over my daughter. If I did, she would never have gotten involved with a man like you. Excuse me. Have a nice day.
Something I can do for you, Ray? Yes. I want you to stay away from my wife.
That's not a threat, is it, Reyes?
You call it whatever you want. Just stay away from my wife, all right?
I care too much for your wife to kill you right now. Here, okay? So, get out of here.
So I know from our conversation that Danny's okay and you've got no family problems, so I'm assuming the problem has something to do with Josh.
Right. But, I don't feel like I could talk about it. It wouldn't be fair.
Thanks. I feel pretty uncomfortable when we do talk about it. But I know going up to the cabin and seeing Danny and your grandparents make you feel a little better.
I called them and said I wouldn't be going. My grandfather will be up there for a while. I'll have a chance to see him later, and I just don't want to spoil their good time. I need some time alone right now.
I gather that your plans to take Josh up there didn't exactly pan out.
No, you could safely say that.
Betsy, I called you earlier to apologize for blurting out my feelings the way that I did. My nose was all out of joint because you just told me that you were going to take Josh up to the cabin with you.
Yeah, but see,
please, just listen. I love you, Betsy. That's a simple fact. Something for you to tuck away for a day when you need it, if you ever do.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because it's the truth. And because I hope it might help you through whatever you're feeling right now.
Yeah, it does help me. Is that what you want to hear? Look, I'm not clear enough about my own feelings right now to even acknowledge what you're saying.
Mrs. Betsy, but I don't want an answer. It doesn't require an answer. You know, I mean, for the first time, I'm not demanding that you respond to it. I did that with Franny and Sabrina both. I can tell you what I feel without expecting an acknowledgement. You don't suppose I'm growing up, do you?
I don't know. Maybe we both are. Finally.
Shh. I heard a car drive up to the farm. It could be Denver.
You know, it's foolish for us to stay out here in hiding when the Alweens can help us if we ask
We're
them.
going to stay here until it's dark, and then we're going to go away where no one will ever find us. Because if they catch me, they're going to put me away for a long time.
You're crazy, dude. I'm not going anywhere with you. Run for the rest of your life if you want, but I'm going to stay here with the Alweens until my father and Paul finds
Get
me.
real, Leanne. And you're my only guarantee of safety, you understand? And your father once said he would do anything for you if you were in danger. Well, you are. And he's going to support us until I know it's safe to let you go.
No! Dude! No!
You try that again, and I'll teach you a lesson you'll never forget.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Mountain Grown Folgers Coffee. Folgers, the best part of waking up. And by Ultra Pampers Plus. Helps lock wetness away from your baby. So even when he's wet, he's dry. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Well, have you talked to John? Have you talked to Craig? Have you asked them if they can tell you anything else about Margot?
As a matter of fact, Craig stopped by the house to talk about Margot, so he was there when I got the phone call from Chicago. Val, Leanne, Lila, and Casey were there, and they stayed most of the night. They called 6 times this morning, according to Shannon, just to see if anything's changed. John even called to check in. I mean, I'm getting such good support from Margot's family. How can I expect them to betray her?
You know, isn't it strange the way things work out? I mean, here we are, we're talking about Margot. Last winter, we were at each other's throats over her.
Yeah. You know, Margot turning to someone else was as much my fault as anybody's. Maybe even more. I mean, I was deliberately cut off there in Washington. Neither of us had even dealt with the loss of our baby. But I can see how happy you and Barbara are, and that makes me happy. Maybe one of these days I'll get some answers from Margot, and I can find that kind of happiness, too.
I almost hate to ask what's happening. I'd love to take some good news back to Barbara.
Nothing is happening. We're just hanging by our thumbs, praying for a break.
Well, if there's anything I can do, you got it.
As a matter of fact, you know what you could do is stop by Tom's and see how Paul's holding up with all this.
Well, I just did that. Shannon said that they took off in the car together and they hadn't gotten back yet.
Well, it's strange they haven't called in here to get any news.
Yeah, it is, actually. I expected to find them here. Look, if Paul calls, have him call me at the loft.
You got it?
Any messages for Barbara?
Just one. She knows what it is.
Yeah, we all know what that is. We're praying, guy.
Thanks. He's a good, caring man. I like him.
You know, I like him, too. I was pretty nervous, though. I have to admit, when Barbara hired this good-looking guy as her assistant, you know, I was... But he's turned out to be about the best friend that Paul, Barbara, and I could have. I need some coffee. You need some coffee. Yes, you do.
Oh, Leanne. You gotta come back to me. I lost so much time with you already. Don't let me lose you again.
Can I use the phone in the main house before we go?
Oh, we don't have a phone. No electricity either.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
We are cut off from the outside world, except when people like Miss O'Hara bring their friends to visit.
Coffee, black and horrible.
You know what, Howard? Something I remembered. It might be crazy. It may not be.
Well, come on, Tom. No matter how crazy, we've got to follow everything. What is it? Spill it.
Okay, Shannon and I took Leanne and Dune to Luann's farm.
Yeah?
No, it's an isolated place outside Chicago. Hey! I know them kids were headed down Route 37 after I lost them. Been in every back road in this county, and I know they didn't go back to Oakdale after they... No, ain't that the DA's car right there? Camouflage, so nice. Huh? Well, maybe they're not so far after all, huh? Baby.
Look, I just have this very strong feeling that they're hiding out someplace on this farm.
Well, how is this possible without someone of my family seeing them?
We have been working in the field since before sunrise. We searched all around the house with you and Andy?
Yes.
There's trouble for them, isn't there? I feel that.
Yes, yeah, they're in serious trouble. Dune was using Leanne to cover a drug deal. The deal went bad and, well, somebody got killed.
And the last word from the Chicago police is that one of the drug dealers who was involved in the murder is after Leanne and Dune now.
And Shannon told me that they visited you here recently and how isolated this farm was. I figured Dune knew that this was going to be a safe place for him to hide.
Oh, I am most distressed to hear this. Drugs is the source of so much trouble and destruction in this wonderful country, just as they were in my homeland.
He's very bad. Yeah, look, I don't want you to blame Leanne for any of this. Dune was using her.
I think we're wasting our time. I'm sorry to be rude. We saw Leanne's dad's car nearby. Now, whoever's after Leanne and Dune can also find that car, too. Do you have any ideas where they might have hidden?
There is only the barn or the woodshed. Father and I will help you search for them.
Good. Thanks. Thank you. Boss, how you doing? Look, I just lost a couple of my friends up on the road, and I thought maybe they drove in here to, use a phone or something. Look, hey, I'm sorry to bother you, all right? It's two young Orientals. Guy's tall, is well-built, and girl's real pretty.
Sorry, mister, we don't know anybody that fits that description. But if we do see them, what are their names?
What do you care what their names are? Hey, I know they're here somewhere. And I ain't leaving until I find them. Hey, Bob. Here they come.
You know, Leanne, I never really noticed just how pretty you are.
I never realized just how repulsive you are. Don't you think that you have put our lives in enough jeopardy without adding this to your list of offenses?
You sound just like that book that Paul's been teaching you from.
Well, what's on your mind?
Loose ends. Came into town to run some errands and clean up the carriage house. Something I've been letting slide.
Did you get in touch with Dusty?
No. Not yet. I called Jane, and she told me that John has been trying to get in touch with Dusty as well, so he can meet up with him on his vacation.
You know, that's really strange, because I had no idea that John was going to Europe on his vacation. I would have thought that he would have spent part of the time with Cinda.
Me too. But apparently he's not. It does seem a little strange to me, but I don't understand love relationships.
Wait a minute. Lily, hello. Where did that comment come from?
I was at the carriage house. I was thinking about Dusty and all the times we shared together. All the happy memories for me, for him. But how could they have been with me being so dishonest with him?
Wait a minute here. I think you're being a little hard on yourself, don't you think? I mean, you both loved each other, and then... Well, I mean, come fall, I think you two will be friends again, don't you?
Friends? I'm sick and tired of all these changes.
Wait a minute. If you're just a little bit more specific, I could help you. But then again, if you don't want my help, I'll tell you how proud I am of you and Holden.
Proud?
Yeah, what? Why? I'll tell you. For not rushing into anything. For just taking your time and, then you'll be ready for a serious relationship if you...
I'll be proud of your brother, Holden. It's up to him. He said he wasn't ready for us yet.
Well, it took you both to get where you are.
Maybe that's what I'm asking. Where are we exactly?
All I'm asking is that you be really honest with me so I can try to have a life of my own now.
I know I shouldn't have come out here in the middle of the day.
It's all right, it's safe. My father and brother's in a big meeting in North Carolina. I'm so glad you came.
So am I. It's so hard for me to stay away from him. I got your note about going to the boathouse, and I don't really think I'm going to be able to make it.
Well, we've got to talk now then, because we can't wait any longer.
But, Angel, we have to. Look, I'd love with you now, but your father would cut you off. You'd lose everything.
Well, I don't care about that. We just can't wait anymore, Caleb. I'm pregnant. Isn't it wonderful? Now even Daddy can't keep us apart. Because this baby, our baby, will make him see how much we love each other and that we've got to be together always. Aren't you happy?
No, Angel, I'm not happy. This is the worst possible thing that could have happened.
Don't say that. If you really love me, then this is a blessing. Can't you see? Caleb, please, don't look at me that way. Tell me that you love me. You'll always love me and our baby.
Hey. Caleb Balalip. What is it? What's wrong? You seem so deep in thought.
Well, how do you live with yourself when you finally face the truth?
Oh, That's a hard one to answer. You just have no choice. You just face it. Just live with yourself. It's the way it is. But look at all this beautiful, sweet, fresh corn you're going to have for lunch. Things can't be so bad as you think they are. Truth's good.
You're wrong, Mama. You're wrong.
Dune, we should just leave and give ourselves up.
Shut up. If that was Denver out there, we'll be killed on the spot.
And what about the Owens? They left Vietnam to get away from the kind of violence that we have brought to their beautiful farm. Don't you have any feelings for them?
Yes, I do. I think they're stupid people just like my parents because their values and traditions keep them trapped in poverty. Just like my parents, always accepting crumbs from the rich. Well, I'd risk anything to stay away from that traditional poverty.
I saw you drive up from my window. I didn't expect you back so early.
Working with your father means plans change suddenly.
I know.
He wants me to be prepared to go down south to study operations in 2 of the factories down there by the middle of September. So I got to go back to Oakdale, speak with my business partner Craig before he goes on vacation.
Oh, I was hoping you would be here tonight for dinner. Oh, well. I've lived around businessmen long enough to know you can't count on things like that.
I'll be back. I just got to take care of a few things, and then I'll probably be here for good until I go down south. That is, if you can tolerate me being here.
I think I can do that. I guess this means that clouds have got silver linings after all. I've kind of given up on that idea recently.
I guess Caleb's kind of responsible for that. But I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure you start believing in silver linings again.
Oh, well, in that case, you hurry back. And have a safe trip.
Thank you.
I was about to write this day off as a total loss, and then, she appeared.
Oh, I made you happy.
Yes, you always do.
I'm sorry you had a bad day. Want to talk about it?
You do something you think is right, turns out wrong. Would you change it if you could? Do it again? No, I wouldn't. But now...
Oh, wait. Time out. Is it Betsy?
Isn't everything since I fell in love with her? Oh, I'm a little full with my problems. Let's talk about your problems.
Where do I begin? Oh, let's just say I had a pretty bad day myself. I went over to the hospital.
Yeah?
I talked to Iva. We had a long talk, but I needed to see you. To talk to you.
Hey, I hope you always give in to that need. Can I do something for you?
I don't know. I just feel like there's a big change coming in my life. And I don't know if I'm ready for it. But I have to face it.
Funny, me too. Same thing. Strange, isn't it?
Well, maybe not so strange. You know, I feel like a big baby. I wanted to come over here and talk to you and spend time with you. It's comforting.
Yeah. Everybody needs it. You know, I never knew that in my entire life. Betsy helped me learn that. That's why it's so hard to take in the fact that I'm going to lose her.
You know, from the moment that I found out that you were my father, you've never given up. You're a fighter. The fact that I'm here with you right now, that proves that. Maybe we should stop feeling like losers and start fighting a little bit. What do you think?
I think... I will if you will. That way, if either one of us loses, we've still got each other, right?
Right.
So while I'm gone, I don't want you staying at the penthouse. I want you to stay out at the farm, all right?
No, Shannon's going to come by with her workman. I have to be there. Well, I really don't mind.
No, put Shannon off. Put the work off. I want you to stay at the farm.
Tonio, I don't understand why you're being so insistent about this.
Meg, I would feel better if you're at the farm because I know Rod is not welcome there, and I don't want him near you.
You know, I had to hold on to
Iva, I'm going to be out of town for a few days on business. I wonder if it's all right for Meg to stay at the farm while I'm gone.
Well, she knows that it is. Why would you be asking it?
I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet.
I promised I'd let you know the minute there was any word with Leanne. I'm happy to say the news is good.
Oh,
She's
great.
safe. She's out at a farm owned by a Vietnamese family. Hal and Tom were already on their way when the call came in on Hal's radio.
Oh.
Yeah, he called at Barbara's and told me to let everybody know, especially Lisa and Shannon, who've been waiting by Tom's phone since all day. As a matter of fact, Shannon's been there since last night without a break.
Which brings us to the question, how could Shannon be in two places at once? Waiting by Tom's phone all day and shopping with you at noon.
I'm really sorry for everything, for causing such trouble on your beautiful farm.
Well, that you are safe is all that is important.
I agree. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
You know, I still don't understand how you and Andy happened to be here.
Just got a hunch, and I'm just glad we were right. You know?
I was so terrified when I heard that gunshot.
Well, no one was hurt, and it just went off in the struggle.
My deputies got Dune and Denver cuffed in the car. They're waiting for the Chicago police to get here. They're going to want to know about that guy that was killed in the alley.
Look, Sheriff, she told you what she knew the first time. Can we not have her go through this again, please?
No, Paul, I don't mind, really. Sheriff, I would like to get to a phone first and call Dune's parents and let them know what has happened.
Well, he's still pretty banged up from that beating he took.
Father?
Hey! Boy, I ought to kick your butt all the way back to Oakdale for taking off by yourself like
Pal,
that.
I'm sorry.
But I'll settle for a hug instead.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Jewelry by Monet. Join us tomorrow for As the World